What is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Doing something a little new on my channel. I'm going to start doing videos of my top 5 favorite things. And right here, we're going to do my top 5 favorite Marvel Studio movies right here. So, this is only movies from Marvel that are done by Marvel Studios, not including Fox or like Sony or anything like Spider-Man and X-Men, not including those because Marvel Studios did not make those movies. Alright, so let's get into it and start with number 5. And number 5 is Avengers Age of Ultron. Love this movie. Wasn't as good as the first one, which a lot of people probably agree with. A lot of people probably love this one a lot more than the first one. I guess it's just a matter of taste and villains, maybe, or how the action was in this one compared to the other one. I love this movie. It was still a great Marvel movie. Some people didn't like it, truthfully, um, but I loved it. I loved this as a Marvel movie, as an Avengers movie. I think they did a great job with it. The story wasn't as good, I think, as the first Avengers. The villain definitely wasn't as good as the first Avengers, but Ultron was still an okay villain. I think I'm going to like Thanos a lot better in Avengers uh, in the Infinity Wars, I think it's going to be called, with the Infinity Gauntlet, with Thanos as the villain in part 1 and 2 for Avengers 3. But this one, I loved it a lot. I loved all the characters in it. The new characters were okay. My favorite new character, I think, which was the best character, was Vision. Such an awesome, powerful character. I really loved Vision in this movie. Thought he was a great new addition to the Avengers. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they're okay. Scarlet Witch I like her a lot better with her powers compared to Quicksilver. I didn't like this Quicksilver as much as the X-Men Days of Future Past Quicksilver. I preferred that one over the Avengers one. Plus, I didn't really like their accents too much, even though they're supposed to have them. But I don't know, I just really didn't buy their accents that much. They did a good job, though. I liked how they showed Quicksilver's power more in X-Men Days of Future Past compared to the Age of Ultron Quicksilver. But Scarlet Witch's power was just freaking badass. I love how she ripped apart the robots, how she can manipulate your mind, read minds, and see the future and all that stuff. Just the future, what, like, say, like how she found out what Ultron was thinking once he was creating that new body for himself, which eventually became Vision. Spoilers if you did not see it, sorry. Don't watch this if you haven't seen any of these movies, because I'm going to put it in the description. But, Avengers Age of Ultron, I loved it. My favorite part was definitely Hulk versus Iron Man Hulkbuster. I thought that was one of the coolest Marvel character fights that I've ever seen in any Marvel movie. I think they did a great job with the action in this movie, especially that end action scene. That was just amazing. My favorite part also was at the end when they were all fighting the Ultron bots, the Ultron robots that Ultron was controlling, and they were circling around the Avengers fighting them, and they slowed it down in slow motion so you saw all of them using their power. I just thought that was an amazing shot right there. Really, really cool looking. But I love this movie. Like I said, wasn't as good as the first one, but it was definitely a great Avengers movie. Anyway, let's move on to number 4. Number 4. My number 4 movie is definitely gotta be Guardians of the Galaxy. I freaking love this movie so much. James Gunn really made a masterpiece right here. I think he put a lot of heart into this movie. He knew what he wanted to do, and he did it, and he did it right. He knew what he was doing, and I'm really glad that he threw this movie out there. I had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy was until this movie came out, and I love all of these characters. He did a great job just giving each character a little bit of a character development in the movie. Not too much, but he just gave us a little bit to know a little about these characters, even though I did read up on them before the movie, because I was very curious about them. Like, who the hell are these Marvel characters? I never heard of them. But the movie was great. I think what was also really great about it was how it what it reminded me a lot, it was like they took a Marvel comic book with comic book characters, mixed it up with like Star Wars, and they threw it together and put it in a movie, and it just worked perfectly. I love the whole space thing. Five misfits that just are a perfect team saving the universe. And James Gunn did a great job with this movie, and I love this movie a lot. Definitely in my top 5 favorite movies. I should have it at number 3, but you'll see why number 3, the number 3 movie is number 3. That's why I have this at number 4. But I really love this movie. The visuals were amazing in it. The story was perfect in it, and the action was just freaking awesome in this movie. James Gunn, I'm glad he made this movie. I cannot wait for the sequel, and I can't wait for the third one, and I just hope they keep doing it. And I know they're going to be in the third Avengers movie. What is it? The Infinity Wars, I believe it's going to be called. But just great characters that they put in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely number 4 on my list for the Marvel Studios, Marvel Cinematic Universe movies right here. Definitely a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. This is one of Marvel's best movies that they have out as of now. But anyway, let's move on to number 3. Number 3. And my number 3 movie is definitely the first Avengers movie. This was a great movie right here. I knew it was going to be a great movie, and they delivered perfectly on this movie. They did an incredible job with it. This is pretty much the first movie where you have a bunch of big actors and main Marvel comic book characters together on one screen, and they just did a great job with it. I think it's one of the best Marvel movies to date, and that's why I have it at number 3. They just did a great job with this movie. I love the action in it. I love the story in it. I love how they put all these characters together, how they all kind of first met, how you get to see a couple of the good guy comic book characters fight, like Iron Man and Thor, and like who else fought? Hulk and Thor fought as well, and Captain America and Iron Man would always have the arguments. But then towards the end, they all grouped together, became the Avengers, and saved the world. It was a great movie. The action was amazing. The visuals were amazing. The story was great. I love all these characters. Iron Man's great. The Hulk was great in it. I like the new Mark Ruffalo Hulk, because that's when we first see this new Mark Ruffalo Hulk. And this Hulk, I think, is my favorite Hulk. I really love the Edward Norton Hulk. I love that Hulk as well. I really would have liked to see how that one turned out, but you know what? The Mark Ruffalo one is actually a great Hulk, and Captain America was just freaking awesome in this movie. I didn't really care for the first Avenger Captain America movie, and same, the first Thor movie I think I liked more than the first Captain America movie, but they did a great job with all these characters. Black Widow, Nick Fury, Hawkeye. Loki was amazing as the main villain. I love how they had a bunch of Shatari aliens trying to take over New York City, and the Avengers got to come in and save New York City, save the world from being invaded by an alien race, being led by Loki, who's also working for Thanos, as you pretty much find out at the very end. But great movie right here, one of my favorites. That's why it's at my number 3. A lot of people probably wondering why it's not my number 1, but you will see as we get into the number 2. So let's move on to movie number 2. Number 2. And my number 2 movie is definitely the first Iron Man movie. I love this movie. Jon Favreau did an amazing job with this movie, and I think this is the one movie that really kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first Iron Man movie. The story was just great in this movie. They did an incredible job with the origin and leading up to the end and everything. Even the middle of it was great. They did a great job with this movie. The action was great in this movie. There wasn't that much action in it, but the action that was in it was really, really cool, really awesome to watch. The visuals were really, really awesome. I love how they did the suit, and how I think most of it is CGI, but the way it looks so realistic. They just did a great job with it. I know some parts the suit was real, and uh, Robert Downey Jr. was actually wearing a suit, but I just love what they did with this movie. This is what really kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like with the Avengers and everything. I think this movie is what started it all. I think it blew up at the office. Robert Downey Jr. is just perfect for Iron Man. He's perfect for this role. I hope he plays Iron Man forever. I think he's better. He's perfect for Iron Man, like how everybody thinks Hugh Jackman was perfect for Wolverine. I think Robert Downey Jr. is more perfect for this character compared to Hugh Jackman being more perfect as Wolverine. They just did a great job with it. I love this movie. When I first saw it, I was like, Jesus, this is an amazing Marvel movie right here. They really know what they're doing, and they're doing it right. And they're still doing it right. I just saw Ant-Man. That was a great movie. I loved Ant-Man. But this Iron Man movie was just amazing. That's why it's my number two. This used to be my favorite Marvel movie, but some movies surpassed that, I think, last year. But definitely a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you definitely got to check it out. And then watch the rest of the Iron Man movies. They weren't as good. Iron Man 2 and 3 definitely weren't as good as the first Iron Man. But this one is definitely the best one. I think the Iron Man movies kind of got worse and worse. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying they were bad, but they were not as good as the first one. They just did a great job with the first Iron Man movie. Love this movie, one of my favorites of all time. That's why it's number 2 on my list for the Marvel Studios top 5 movies right here. Anyway, let's move on to number 1. Number 1. And my number 1 movie is definitely gotta be Captain America, The Winter Soldier. When I saw this movie, I was like, holy effing shit, Captain America is actually freaking awesome. He is actually one of my least favorite comic book characters, but this movie really proved me wrong about Captain America. He is a freaking badass. This one was so much better than the first Captain America, even though it takes place in 2 different times. One's in World War II, one's in current, present time. But they just did an incredible job with this movie, and I'm happy that these 2 directors are going to be directing the last Avengers movie, or the 3rd Avengers movie. I don't think the movies will be over after the 3rd one. These directors just came in and just pushed all the other Marvel movies out of the way and said, we're taking the number 1 spot as the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie right here, because they really did a great job. Even though Captain America is one of my least favorite superheroes, after I saw this, I gained more respect for Captain America. He actually freaking kicks ass. When I first saw that beginning fight scene, I was watching a movie with my dad. We're like, holy fucking shit. Sorry for my language, but this movie was just amazing. I loved Captain America, The Winter Soldier. They really did a perfect job with this movie. The story was perfect. They did a great job with the story. I loved the story, how Hydra was really taking over S.H.I.E.L.D., and Captain America was pretty much by himself. He just had Black Widow by his side, and Nick Fury had to fake his death because Winter Soldier, Hydra wanted to kill him. And Winter Soldier, when you first see the Winter Soldier, you're like, holy shit, this villain is a badass. I think Winter Soldier was the best villain in any Marvel movies. Now, even though he's going to be a good guy, I think in Civil War, they just did a great job with the movie. I think this is going to be their best movie maybe for a while, even though a lot of new Marvel movies are coming out. I think they did a great job with this movie. I was really impressed watching this movie. The story, like I said, was great. The action was incredible in this movie. The visuals were pretty good in the movie as well. I love how we get to see Falcon in it, how his wings are, how it's just really cool how he uses his wings. He could put him back in that little backpack, and then they pop out when he needs to fly. He's got his 2 little, what were they, Uzis right there. But he went to fight Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier just took him down. Winter Soldier is really an awesome comic book character. He was great in this movie. I can't wait to see him in Civil War. now that he's going to be on the good guy side. Of course, he'll be on Captain America's side. I'm going to be on Captain America's side because I know the whole Civil War story. I think Iron Man's on the wrong side with it, so I can't wait for Civil War because this movie right here was just amazing. They did the Captain America character justice in this movie. The first one was okay, just I don't know. I didn't think it was that great. It was a good movie, but this movie makes the first Captain America look like a pile of shit. But the first Captain America was a good movie. It's just that this movie was just amazing. And it is my favorite Marvel Studios, Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. This is my favorite one. There's the new Avengers movie didn't take its place. I think Iron Man was my favorite, yeah, because it's number 2. Iron Man, the first Iron Man was my favorite, but then when I saw this, I'm like, holy shit, this is a really, really good movie. They just nailed it perfectly with this movie. I think they did an incredible job with it, and I can't wait to see Civil War, and I can't wait to see the Avengers Part 3, or Part 1 and 2 of Part 3, because it's going to be broken down into 2 parts, so definitely my favorite Marvel movie right here. I think this is the best one out there. If you didn't see it, you have to check it out. If you see all the other Marvel movies and you didn't see this one, you've been living under a rock or something, because this is really a great movie right here. That's why it is my number 1 on my top 5 Marvel Studios favorite movies right here. But anyway, guys, that is my top 5 favorite Marvel movies from Marvel Studios. I want to know, what is your top 5 favorite Marvel movies, not including X-Men or Fantastic Four or like the Spider-Man movies. It has to be done by Marvel Studios. So let me know what your top 5 favorite Marvel Studios movies are. As of right now, I would like to know what your guys' top 5 are in the comments below. But anyway, guys, that is my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, then oh well, I don't really care. But anyway, thanks for watching, and just want to let you guys know I'm going to be coming back from vacation this Sunday, and I'm going to post my San Diego Comic-Con Frieza Saga Goku figure, so look out for that review on Sunday. And then I should have my SH Figure Arts Avengers Age of Ultron Hulk figure on Monday. I might throw it up Sunday also, depending on what time I get home. So be on the lookout for those 2 reviews next. I'm also going to be having the SH Figure Arts Captain America, hopefully sometime during the week next week. If not, then definitely by the weekend or the following week. But I will have a few more figures as well going up for reviews, so look out for some figure reviews starting on Sunday. Alright, everybody, I will see you later, and thanks for watching.